SkyHighMarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
From the opening tip to the final buzzer, a Milwaukee Bucks full season membership puts you in the heart of the action for every unforgettable moment. The crowd's roar, the buzzer beater that you'll never forget, the unparalleled thrill of watching your Milwaukee Bucks live. This is more than a game. It's an experience. Get your Bucks full season membership and be a part of every game and every emotion. You'll be on your feet from start to finish. Get in on the action at bucks.com/full.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Take in all the Milwaukee Bucks action with a ticket plan that works for you, your schedule, your budget, and your interests. Visit bucks.com/seat4you to find your ideal plan.
57-47 halftime score here inside of Fiserv Forum. The Indiana Pacers up 10 on the Bucks. We'll get to the halftime numbers in just a moment. But pleased to be joined now by the Chief Marketing and Sales Officer for the Milwaukee Bucks and Fiserv Forum, Dustin Godsey. Dustin, a lot of coordinated effort goes into the postseason. We saw the signage outside, even more signage this year than we typically have. But even things like the green out tonight, encouraging fans to wear black for Game 4 on Sunday. So where does that start? The determination of what jerseys the Bucks are going to wear and then getting behind that marketing pitch.
Yeah, it really starts, we have a group, myself, somebody else on our marketing team, Aaron Borkowski, Johnny Watson, who does a great job running our game entertainment, and then Trevor Polson, our equipment manager. We all kind of huddle, and starts on the marketing side. We kind of look through and think through what things we want to do and how we want to kind of start to coordinate things, and then get basketball ops to sign off on it, and Trevor helps us with that.
So we encourage green tonight, and of course those are jerseys the Bucks are wearing, and we're looking for everybody to wear black and feed into that atmosphere on Sunday night. Yeah, absolutely. Another must-win on Sunday. We like to bring those black Fear the Deer uniforms out for those big, potentially clinching games or must-win games. So that's a big one for us. So looking forward to seeing everybody out here in black and creating a great atmosphere. Mentioned some additional signage and just Bucks marketing and visibility throughout the city as well. Part of that, too, is all the developments that continue to take place in Deer District, that it makes it easier to have that going for you. It really is, and I think, as we've gone on this run of now 9 straight years in the postseason, every year it's kind of a challenge to the team to look at how we can build on it, how we can find new partners, new things throughout the community. And, it's been great as we've done this. The communities continue to rally, and they see things, and then they want to do different things. I think my favorite part is always, the week leading up to that first game, being able to go out and see the flags on all the bridges. That's when I know it's playoff time. The flags on the bridges and the takeover outside of Fiserv Forum as well, when you see the starting 5 plastered outside of the arena. Yeah, absolutely. Busy time for you and the marketing folks, ticket sales as well, as there's always time to get people to sign up for their season tickets for next season as well in the playoffs. There's such a great opportunity for that, to lean into that experience. It really is. It's a great time. Obviously, more eyeballs on the games during the playoffs, and buildings full of people who maybe aren't here during the regular season and want to come out and be a part of the playoff energy. So a lot of fun for us, great opportunity for us to start pushing out those full season plans, and also, our 10-game plans that are on sale now as well. Well, we asked for green, to wear green to the building and bring the energy, and so far, 24 minutes in, we've seen a lot of both. So hopefully we see the same on Sunday with the black attire and the same level of energy that we've seen so far through the first half, and hopefully the final 24 minutes as well. Always good to catch up with you, Dustin. Same, Justin. 10-point deficit at the half. The Indiana Pacers leading the Bucks 57-47. More after this. Bucks basketball is brought to you by BMO, the official bank of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
Memories made at a Milwaukee Bucks game last a lifetime. And this season, you can experience the unbelievable action your way. With a partial season ticket plan, you get to choose the games that work for your schedule, your budget, and your crew. Feel the intensity of the NBA's biggest matchups, the thrill of buzzer beaters, and the energy that brings the crowd to its feet. Be part of the moments that make Bucks basketball special. Find the plan that works for you at bucks.com/partial. Experience every dunk, every buzzer beater, and every play that makes you jump out of your seat. Get a Bucks full season membership and see it all. Learn more at bucks.com/full.
47 a halftime score here inside of Fiserv Forum in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Pacers up 10 on the Bucks. And a late charge from Aaron Nesmith carrying the offensive load for Indiana. He is up to 15 points to lead the Pacers in scoring. Both he and Pascal Siakam, 6 of 9 from the floor. 15 points from Nesmith, 13 from Siakam. Those are the only two Pacers scorers in double figures. Bucks with just a pair as well. They've gotten 30 combined points from Giannis and Gary Trent Jr. in the starting lineup tonight. Gary Trent Jr. with 13 points, and he's made 2 of the Bucks' 4 threes. Giannis with 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. But that second quarter was where things went south for the Bucks, outscored 31-21. And with that, the Pacers take a 10-point lead into the half, 57-47. We will take a look at the other game in action as we speak to get you caught up on the NBA scoreboard and get you set for the second half after this. Bucks basketball is brought to you by BMO, the official bank of the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
Enjoy Milwaukee Bucks basketball your way with partial season ticket plans that let you personalize your experience. Explore all the options at bucks.com/partial.
57-47, the halftime score here. Game 3 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Indiana Pacers up 10 on the Bucks. The first half that saw both teams struggle to shoot the basketball. The numbers started to turn for the Pacers in the second quarter, though. Bucks shot just 38% from the floor and are making just 17% of their threes. Bucks are 4 of 23 from the outside. The Indiana Pacers not much better. They're 7 of 24. Turnovers have been relatively even as well. 7 from the Bucks, 5 from the Pacers. But both teams, 5 points scored off those turnovers for the Bucks, 6 for the Indiana Pacers. And points in the paint, even at 24 apiece. The Bucks continuing to go to work on the offensive glass. The difference in this game is the outside shooting and field goal shooting overall. That is the American Family Insurance Ensuring Success feature. Needing to connect on some of those threes. Just 4 makes in the first half for the Bucks on 23 tries. Turning that around will go a long way in ensuring success for the Bucks. Life's better with American Family Insurance. That's because their team is always there to support your dreams. One other game being played across the NBA as we speak. That's in Orlando, where the Magic lead the Celtics by 9, 83-74, midway through the fourth quarter. 57-47 our halftime score. The Pacers up 10 on the Bucks. The second half comes your way after this on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
If you're concerned about heart health, remember that you are not powerless. At the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, we're pushing to outsmart heart and vascular disease by helping to assess your risks and guide you to heart strength, by providing breakthrough research and renowned expertise for treating common conditions and the most serious. Let's stay out in front of heart and vascular disease and embrace every day life has to offer. Learn more at Froedtert.com/heart.
Your team, your favorite players, and another chance to chase history. Experience the next level energy at Fiserv Forum as the Milwaukee Bucks make their 9th consecutive postseason appearance. Don't miss a second of the most exciting matchups, epic buzzer beaters, and high-stakes postseason moments. Secure your seats for the Bucks playoffs, presented by BMO. Get in on the action at bucks.com/playoffs. That's bucks.com/playoffs.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Flynn in the middle of the floor. His game has really stepped up in the second half.
Since he got the BMO Bucks debit MasterCard, he's been carrying this Bucks team. And I mean that literally. He's at the grocery store, but the team's in his wallet.
Here's a tap, and he's bought some asparagus. What a play!
Carry your team with you when you use the BMO Bucks debit MasterCard. Plus, enjoy up to 20% off Bucks merchandise at the Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum. Visit BMO.com/fancard for more details. Banking products are subject to approval and are provided in the U.S. by BMO Bank and a member FDIC.
We're back once again at Fiserv Forum, where at the break, the Bucks find themselves down by 10 points as we look ahead to the second half in a moment. But first, let's check back at who was hitting the glass in the first half, presented by Loyal Family Renovations. They are family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations today for a free roofing, siding, gutters, and windows inspection, or check them out at loyalfamilyrenovations.com. And the rebounding on the glass, it was the Bucks that actually got the better of the Pacers in that first half, 27-23, 6-2 on the offensive boards, but that certainly wasn't the lead story from the first half. Dave came back with you once again here as we look ahead to the second half. Justin, in this second half, I mean, it's a pretty simple formula. The Bucks simply need to start making some shots, and one of the leading candidates, you just got to get more from Damian Lillard, who was just 1 of 8 in that first half, 0 of 5 from 3. He was brought in for these moments, coming off of a long time out of the game, 15 days or games and over a month. second game back, you hope maybe he'd find a little bit of rhythm. Maybe this is the half where he breaks out.
Yeah, that's the hope, because basically all your three-point shooting has come from Gary Trent Jr. here. Dame is 0 for 5, Bobby Portis 0 for 3, even A.J. Green 1 of 4.
Well, the Bucks start with the basketball. Giannis goes right to the cup and could not make the shot as he had a couple defenders closing in, and now it's Indiana going the other way with it. Nesmith, he loses it inside, but it goes right to Siakam, and Siakam deposits it in. Kind of the way it's gone. Giannis misses, it ends up in the Pacers' hand, running the other way. Pacers miss, it ends up in Siakam's hand as he was in position to score it easily. So the Bucks down by a dozen now, matching their largest hole. It's Lopez taking the feed from Giannis out there with Lillard, Kuzma, and Trent. Kuzma cutting down the lane, lays it in, and Damian Lillard was pointing frantically at Kuzma. He saw that transpiring in advance, and the setup gets the Bucks their first points here of the second half. Halliburton launches up a three. He can't hit with that unconventional release from the top of the arc. Kuzma away with a rebound. For the Pacers, they come with Nesmith, Siakam, Turner, Nembhard, and Halliburton, starting the same way they have each for half this series. A drive from Kuzma, he couldn't finish. Rebound tapped around and out of bounds. Back to the Pacers. Kuzma tonight, 7 points, 3 of 7 from the floor, with just 1 rebound. Indiana going the other way. Bucks scoring has come from Giannis with 17, Trent with 13. They are the only two in double digits. Nembhard working on Kuzma the other way. Kuzma pried it free, ball's on the deck. Squirts free. Giannis went to it, had it, but had it knocked away by Nembhard. There was a collision, no whistle. And the Bucks will come away with the loose balls as springs free to Lopez, now to Giannis in the front court. Giannis sends out top to Kuzma. Kuzma rifles it to the corner. Catch and shoot three from Trent, and he knocks it down. Gary Trent Jr., he has performed well here tonight. 3 of 5 from three-point range. Aside from him, you are talking about 2 of 19 for the Bucks. Here's a three-point try from Turner. He missed it off the back iron. A rebound goes to Nesmith, who got fouled by Kuzma, who was trying to make it hard for him. So Miles Turner just 1 of 8 shooting tonight. 0 of 5 from 3 now, but the Pacers will get it back for another opportunity, leading 59-52. We've played 1 minute and 45 seconds here. Bucks, for all intents and purposes, you make the case their season has come down to these 24 minutes. Here's a three-point try from Nesmith. Missed it from the corner. Rebound picked up by Lillard. Sends it ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma glides the other way. He's challenged and blocked by Turner at the cup. Indiana going the other direction with it. Halliburton passes off to Nesmith. Now to the corner. Nembhard alone from 3, and he has just made one big bucket after another in this series, and he strikes again. Puts his team back out in front by 10. 9:40 to play now in the third. Giannis at the top of the arc for Milwaukee. He's going to pull up mid-range jumper, and he rattles it through. So Antetokounmpo connects from 21 feet out, and the Bucks back to within 8 again, 61-54. Nembhard was driving, had it poked free out of bounds to the far side. It'll be Pacers basketball with 9:27 remaining, just underway in the third quarter here from downtown Milwaukee. Game 4 will be here in this same venue. 8:30 local time. Tip-off, a late one brewing on Sunday night. Bucks are hoping they are not with their back entirely to the wall in that game, but they've got to make up some ground. Siakam's got it. Left elbow. He's being harassed outside by Trent. Backing his way in on Trent. Comes to a stop. Lopez was there to help. Now he kicks it out. Open 3, and Turner once again lets the Bucks off the hook. 0 for 6 from 3 now. Giannis with a rebound. He's going downhill the other direction. Passes to the corner. Kuzma gets it right back to him. He's right in the lane now. Giannis defended by Turner. Passes out. Trent fires away from 3, and he drills it. Gary Trent Jr., his second 3 here in the second half, and his 4th of the night. Michelob Ultra 3's got the Bucks back to within 4 again. Siakam catches it on the near wing, defended by Lillard. Lillard's got his hands full now. Siakam goes right at him. Gets the whistle on the foul, and I tell you, that is, Indiana has been so adept at somehow getting that mismatch against Lillard, and Siakam takes full advantage. How do they find ways to get Siakam isolated on Damian Lillard of all the matchups? That's probably the most challenging one the Bucks could face in the entire rotation. So Siakam will step to the line for 2 shots. Pascal Siakam, 390 all-time points at Fiserv Forum coming into this game tonight, including postseason and regular season. They are the most of any opposing player at Fiserv Forum. In the NBA, Siakam has victimized the Bucks in this building, and he's had a lot of opportunities. Knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming, and tonight he is back to his old tricks with 16 points on an efficient 7 of 10, but he can't hit the free throw on the second. So Indiana, their second miss tonight, they were perfect from the line, 19 of 19 in game 2. Here's Lillard driving on the other side. He pulls up just inside the arc. Missed it short. Lopez with a rebound, though. Feeds to the driving Kuzma. Kuzma floats it up and in down the lane. Back to a three-point game now. 62-59. Indiana going the other way. Halliburton drives. He was looking to dish. Giannis was ready for it. Comes away with a steal. 10-3 run for the Bucks. Giannis had it slapped away, but it goes to Trent. Trent steps into the three and ties this game at 62 points apiece. A 13-3 scoring run, and it has been largely aided by the hot shooting of Gary Trent Jr. 5 of 7 from distance, just when the Bucks needed it most. All knotted, 62 points apiece. Just about 4 minutes gone in the third, and the Bucks right back in it here in Game 3 from Fiserv Forum in the NBA's first round of the playoffs. Game 3 from Deer District on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Postseason dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up.
Whoa, take it easy there. There's a better way to NBA. All playoffs long.
Wait, really?
With the NBA app, you get real-time stats and scores for every playoff matchup. Witness playoff drama as it unfolds.
Seriously?
Catch every bucket all in one place, all for free.
Where have you been all my life?
There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Dear Truckin' Awesome, does Toyota Tundra have heart-pounding horsepower? Truck yeah. Is Tacoma styled for the wild and as rugged as it comes? Truck yeah. And the 4Runner, tough as nails, ready for any trail? Truck yeah it is. Find your Toyota truck at Toyota.com. Put adventure in gear and floor it. Toyota, let's go places.
Bill Sim, the Sentinel, it seemed like you were carrying the whole team tonight. What's different?
Better diet. Plus, I upgraded to a BMO Bucks Debit MasterCard, so yeah, I am carrying the team, literally. Last question.
What perks does the card have?
Up to 20% off Bucks merchandise at the Pro Shop and Fiserv Forum. Speaking of, I'm going to go flash my card at some Bucks fans and make them super jealous.
Carry your team with you when you use the BMO Bucks Debit MasterCard. Visit BMO.com/fancard for more details. Banking products are subject to approval and are provided in the United States by BMO Bank and a member FDIC.
Well, the Bucks have embarked on a 10-1 scoring run over the last minute 45 of this one, and they have tied this game at 62 points apiece. We are presented by Michelob Ultra, superior light beer, and as always by Casamigos, bringing you our cocktail of the game. Visit bucks.com/cocktail for tonight's recipe. Casamigos, proud to be an official spirit of the Bucks and Fiserv Forum. Justin, we said it is a pretty simple formula for the Bucks. Make your shots, and they have done that here in the last minute 45 en route to this tie game as they've gone on that 10-1 scoring run.
Yeah, they've started to make shots, and again, your defense has played good enough to keep you in this spot. So you get the feeling, just keep playing that type of defense and assume that shot's going to start to fall. That's what's going to swing this game, is just sticking with your offense and seeing the ball go through the net.
62 points apiece. We are sitting just about 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Indiana has not trailed since it was 39-38 with 4:44 to play in the second quarter. We are tied for the first time since it was 38 points apiece with 5:03 to play in that second quarter. Pacers ball with Halliburton moving it across the midcourt stripe. Fans are re-energized. Neesmith will hand it to Halliburton at midcourt. Lillard all over him. He holds on to the dribble with 10 to shoot, crossing over on Dame. Takes it on the left wing, now to Turner. Turner drives into the paint, comes to a stop. A head fake. He gets the whistle and the foul on Lopez, who was on skates trying to stay with him. He didn't agree with it, but he got him. Sure looked like to the naked eye. Yeah, he got him in the air. Yep. So Turner will have 2 free throws in front of him with 7:45 to play here in the third quarter, with Miles Turner having a tough shooting night. You almost say anything but a foul there because he struggled to score. He's 1 of 9 from the floor, and he makes his first free throw here. So Turner coming off of a start to this series where his defense was the biggest factor with 4 blocks in that first game. Knocks down a pair here, and he's got his team out in front by a pair again, 64-62. Giannis dumps it left to the lane now to Lopez. Kicks out to Trent. Halliburton trying to defend on him. Too tight. He fouls him. Halliburton's looking to his bench to say challenge this. Rick Carlisle will look to his bench and see if there's anything there. As it stands now, it's going to send Trent to the line for 3 shots, and it does not appear there is anything. Yeah, his assistant coach said, you got him. So Gary Trent's going to step to the line for 3 shots. That is the respect that he has garnered on what has been a torrid shooting stretch. 5 of 7, and now Halliburton, here's the chance of overrated rain down. Trent sticks the first. Halliburton has embraced wearing that black hat back in his home state of Wisconsin, Oshkosh North High School. Had a jersey retirement ceremony at his high school when he was playing with the Kings, coming back here to Milwaukee, but home is not the same as it once was, as the second free throw is good for Trent. Third one on the way. Halliburton even said, some of my high school classmates that used to be rooting for me may not always be rooting for me anymore. Misses the third free throw, so it's back tied at 64. Here's a drive from Nembhard. Swings it to the corner. And Lopez just tripped up Turner, and he's going to get called for another foul. For Brook, that'll be his third. So Miles Turner may not be shooting it well, but he is doing one thing, and that's getting Brook Lopez into a bit of trouble here. And for Brook, it's such a challenge because he's being forced to come away from the rim as much as he is. And it's just not a comfortable spot for him as Lopez has to check out. Portis will come in to replace him. Here comes the inbound pass from Halliburton. He'll get it to Nembhard. Nembhard, top of the arc. Holds on to the dribble before he flips it back out top to Siakam. Siakam goes to work on Giannis. Giannis staying with him. Has to pass it away. Gets to the left wing. Neesmith had it poke free, but it lands in the hands of Nembhard. His three-point try misses short. And the Bucks will have a chance to get the lead. Here comes Giannis the other way. Driving into a crowd. Puts the shot off the window. No good, but he got fouled. So Antetokounmpo will step to the line with a chance to give their Bucks their first lead since the 4:44 mark of the second quarter. Trailed by 10 at halftime here tonight. It has taken them not even 5 minutes to eat what was a 12-point deficit early in this quarter, all the way down to nothing, and now a chance to claim the lead. So Giannis goes through his shooting motion. Antetokounmpo, 5 of 6 from the floor in the first quarter. He was 3 of 4 in the second quarter. As he puts up the free throw, it's good. And not a single countdown clock to be heard here in Fiserv Forum. Little different vibe here tonight than Gainbridge Fieldhouse the last 2. I mean, it was a loud countdown clock incessantly every time Giannis stepped to the line. Now he hears chance of MVP. Second free throw is good. So Giannis makes a pair, and the Bucks have their first lead since the second quarter, 66-64. Battling back. Nembhard on the other end. Hands it off to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Nembhard puts his head down. Pulls up. Elbow jumper off the mark. Rebound controlled by Giannis. Bucks go the other way with it. Feeds it ahead to Lillard. Long bomb in transition. Trying to get himself going. Dame missed it short. Just has not been falling for Lillard tonight. Here comes Nembhard. He had the ball knocked away and a foul going against Dame. Lillard tonight is 0 of 6 from 3, 1 of 10 from the floor. He has got to be wondering, what new evil universe am I living in right now where I can no longer make shots? I mean, this has been his bread and butter throughout his career. Moments like these, the bigger the moment, the bigger he's been. But it's just been a tough road here at times this season. First free throw is good for Nembhard. He's had big moments too. But since he's come back from the injury, it just has not been working. And to be fair, Lillard had posted back-to-back games under 20 for the first time since 3 straight in November before that blood clot knocked him out. So he was struggling even before the injury. First free throw from Nembhard is good. Second one is good. 66 points apiece, 6:29 to play in the third. His team is still right there in the thick of it, though. Tie game. Green feeds it to the corner. Gary Trent alone from 3, and he rips the cords again. Gary Trent Jr. with a new playoff career high with his 6th three-pointer on just 8 tries. Michelob Ultra 3 puts the Bucks back ahead, but a quick answer as they have done all series long. Nesmith buries the corner 3. Milwaukee the other way. Giannis got fouled by Nesmith, who was trying to get in front of him. Nesmith is going to argue this, but that is an absurd argument. Giannis had absolutely nowhere to go as he crowded his space. So Kevin Porter Jr. to inbound. We still have not seen Ryan Rollins again here tonight. This would be the second straight game Rollins would sit after he had started 12 of the prior 15 and 19 of 20 with Damian Lillard out of the lineup. Since Dame has come back, he has not seen playing time. Porter to inbound. Gets it to Giannis. Giannis at the left elbow. Holds it. Defended by Nesmith. Banging around with Nesmith. Sends out top. Gary Trent's got Toppin on him now. Steps inside the arc. Pulls up. This time missed it. And Indiana will have it in a 69-69 tie. 5:42 to play here. We are in quarter number 3. Toppin sends out top to Mathurin. He'll give now to Halliburton. Works it near wing right. 3-point try on the way. Missed it short as Nesmith couldn't connect. Rebound secured by Milwaukee as it's going to be Green the other way. AJ's got it top of the arc. Picks up his dribble before he sends it to Portis. Dumps it down low. Giannis being pushed around down low. Passes to the corner. Porter has it there. Kevin Porter Jr. feeding it now out to Green. AJ sees an opening. He lobs up. Giannis wasn't ready for it. Comes down with it and then kisses it in off the window with a foul anyway. Second time tonight the Bucks have benefited by Giannis coming down with a lob pass and ultimately getting rewarded with an and-one opportunity. He got fouled by Aaron Nesmith. For Nesmith, that'll be his 3rd. Last foul to give for the Pacers with 5:12 to play here in the third quarter. 71-69, Bucks by 2. Turner's going to check out. Thomas Bryant comes in to replace him for the Pacers. Aaron Nesmith having another big game against the Bucks. He set his regular season career high with 30 points against the Bucks earlier this season. He has just set his postseason career high against the Bucks with 18 points. Something about this Bucks team that draws out the best of a number of these Pacers players. I mean, you can take a look at a number of these guys, and their best averages are against the Bucks. Free throw is good. That includes Halliburton. That includes T.J. McConnell, Aaron Nesmith, a lot of these guys for whatever reason. Halliburton's got it. He's on the left wing, going to heave up a 3, misses everything. Tyrese Halliburton is not shooting it well in this series or tonight, and he will hear it after that air ball. 3 of 9 for the game for Tyrese Halliburton, who's shooting just 28% coming into this game outside the restricted area against the Bucks this season. Giannis rumbles down the lane, puts up the shot, couldn't get it to go, but he was fouled, and now Mathurin's holding his left arm, calling for help. He's calling for the trainer here.
He's calling for a challenge.
Is it a challenge? Oh, he's not moved that left arm. Wow. Well, he's down right now. There's no trainer coming, and doesn't look like there's a challenge coming either. So whatever he's calling for, he's not getting either of them. He's on his feet again. So Giannis, as it stands, is heading to the line. Pacers leading this best of 7 series, 2-0 after taking care of business on their home floor in games 1 and 2. Winning game 1, 117-98 in a game that was really never close, and then 123-115 holding on in the late moments on an 8-0 run after the Bucks had cut it down to a 2-point game with 2:11 remaining in that game. And now Giannis will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Matherin's going to stay out there after all that. Had shades of European soccer vibes to that, didn't it?
It was quite a production.
First free throw is good from Antetokounmpo. He's got 25 and 10, another double-double in these playoffs for the Greek Freak, who's trying to tie.
And he just got teed up.
Yeah. I was looking down for a moment. What did he do?
After Giannis's make, Matherin walked up to the line, got in his face, and said something to Giannis. Giannis looked at Mark Davis like, this is a technical, right?
Like, surely you're not going to let this slide. So Gary Trent will step to the line now, and he'll hit the free throw. And the Bucks now with their largest lead of 5. Starting to say, for Giannis, he's trying to tie his own NBA record with what would be a third 30-point, 12-rebound game on 60% shooting. He's done it 11 times in his career, 4th most all time. And a little trivia game we can play. Who do you think has number 1, 2, and 3 for playoff games? Second free throw is good.
30 points, 12 rebounds, and what?
60% shooting.
LeBron James on the list?
No.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's a safe one. 21. He's the leader. Makes the second free throw. We'll continue on that conversation in a moment. Matherin's got it at the top of the arc. Threads the pass over to Toppin on the left wing. Now to Halliburton. Bucks out in front, 75-69. 4:24 to go. 3 to shoot. Toppin drives. What a finish over Giannis as he was off balance down low. That is a big-time finish for Obi Toppin to get his team back to within 4. So here comes Milwaukee the other way with it. Kevin Porter Jr. Lost the pass across the court. Gary Trent. High catch, high release. Couldn't hit the 3. Left it short this time. Matherin rips the rebound away and then swings his elbows around. Here's a pass to Nesmith. That was knocked away, and Porter's going to send it off Nesmith. Bucks basketball, and there's that physicality we were looking for on both ends of the floor. Bucks starting to get a little bit of that going their way. Not surprisingly, they've cut it to a 4-point, or they've taken that advantage here in this third quarter, where they have outscored the Indiana Pacers here in the third quarter. 28-14, doubling up on them. Portis left of the lane. He pulls the trigger and knocks one down. Bobby Portis from mid-range, and a timeout coming from Indiana. The Bucks have turned the tables here in quarter number 3, more than doubling up on the Pacers. 30-14, they have outscored Indiana here in the third quarter. 3:43 still to play.
Hey, it's Vince Vitrano from Wisconsin's Morning News. It's baseball season, which means Brewers 360 is back every day at 8:40. Sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Every day, all season long, we're joined exclusively by Brewers guests, including manager Pat Murphy and more. So Murphy, as we're wrapping up our interview.
Great talking. We really enjoyed it, okay?
I was like, you did? Is he just in a good mood, or what'd y'all do to Murph?
Brewers 360 is sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited and Big Fish Contracting.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Nursing students often endure long wait lists, but Concordia University, Wisconsin ensures entry into their nursing program upon acceptance. Broad exposure prepares CUW students for diverse nursing specialties with hands-on clinical experience in hospitals and other healthcare settings, leading to high job placement rates for graduates. CUW provides a faith-based education with a focus on holistic care. Graduates are prepared to address patients' physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. Your journey awaits at cuw.edu/Bucks.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
For the 9th consecutive year, the Milwaukee Bucks are in the postseason. Experience the Bucks playoffs, presented by BMO. Get your tickets at bucks.com/playoffs.
Well, the Bucks have a 6-point lead if you're just rejoining us and you have not been with us since it was a 59-47 game. It's about 35 seconds into the third quarter. The Bucks have gone on a 30-12 run since that time and now lead at 77-71. We're presented by Potawatomi. If you're ready to spark something new at Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee, you'll find the latest slots and table games, plus new dining bars and a luxury hotel. Light up your senses at Potawatomi. All right, Justin, you tell me, what has been the biggest difference as you see it during this stretch that the Bucks have completely tipped the scales back in their favor?
Well, if we want to boil it down as simple as we can, the Bucks are making shots. They're 4 of 6 on threes in this quarter. But the Pacers' defense for the first roughly 9 minutes of this third quarter has been atrocious. The Bucks have been able to get some open, easy looks getting into their sets. So that's given them that boost to start to see the ball go through the net.
And the other thing is, I feel like the physicality has picked up on defense for Milwaukee.
Yes.
It's been a much more punishing brand of defense on that end of the floor. As Indiana's got it, the Bucks with a combination of Green, Porter, Giannis, Portis, and Gary Trent. Trent harassing Mathurin at the midcourt. Mathurin loose on a dribble, has it, pride three. Trent got his hand on it again. Over to Giannis. Now Kevin Porter Jr. adjusting his shoe as he scrambles to catch up with his team. Giannis goes galloping down inside, gets it to Portis through a crowd, and Portis with a point-blank layup off the window up close, and the Bucks have their largest lead of 8. Indiana the other way. Shepherd on the left wing. He's got Thomas Bryant out there along with Siakam, Halliburton, and Mathurin for the Pacers. Breakdown on defense for the Bucks here as Mathurin finds Siakam with an uncontested layup underneath. Back to a 6-point game. Volume was rising. 10-4 run the last minute, 56 for the Bucks. Here comes Porter. Throws on the brakes, hands it to Giannis. Bobbled it, but got it back. He's going to pull up left elbow, and he sticks another mid-range J. On to the Kumpo, 28 points now with 10 rebounds, 10 of 12 from the field. How about those numbers for the Greek Freak who continues to cook against this Pacers defense? They have had no answer for Giannis. He starts hitting that. They got to be thinking to themselves, now what? Siakam driving on Porter. Puts up a tough shot. He was challenged well, and again, that physicality making life hard. Rebound goes to Green. He'll hand it to Giannis going the other way. Giannis saw Siakam seal him off, so he'll hand it to Green. AJ deliberates, whips the pass. Wide open three from Portis, and Portis couldn't make him pay. Oh, it was a beautiful setup from Green. Here come the Pacers the other way. Shepherd hands it to Halliburton. Halliburton goes into the air. He'll give to Mathurin with inside of 2 to play now in the third. 81-73. Bucks just missed a chance, a golden opportunity to get it to a double-digit lead. Siakam sealed off beautifully by Giannis. Has to pass it out. 3 to shoot. Shepherd hands to Siakam. Siakam puts up a fading tough shot at the horn. Couldn't hit it. Rebounded by Portis. Bucks defense once again digging in, finding their stride. Giannis the other way. He's got it left to the lane. 90 seconds to play now in the third. He gets shoved, passes it out to Portis. Now to Trent. Trent fires and hits a 7th three-ball in 3 quarters for Gary Trent Jr. He's chest to chest with Bobby Portis coming over. The Bucks on a 15-4 run, and Gary Trent Jr. has delivered the spark that has ignited the flame. The Bucks have an 11-point lead, 84-73.
where would this team be right now without Gary Trent Jr.? Not just the 28 points to match Giannis. The Bucks as a team have made 8 threes. Gary Trent Jr. is 6 of 9.
He has a season-high 31, a playoff career-high 31 points for the Bucks tonight. It has been a steady diet of Gary Trent Jr. I believe he's at 31, unless that this thing, the stats is saying it's at 28.
Did not update. He is at 31.
So Gary Trent Jr. has elevated his play when his team has needed it most, because the Bucks have been doing this with Damian Lillard struggling mightily tonight. Just 1 of 10, 0 of 6 from 3. But Gary Trent Jr., his former Portland teammate, has lifted his play, being rewarded with the start tonight. And boy, has he rewarded Doc Rivers for that, because it hadn't just been offense. It's been his defense, too, forcing turnovers. He's also got 3 steals to go with his 31 points. He and Giannis have combined to score 59 of the Bucks' 84 points. 59 points for that duo, 25 points for the rest of the team. So Indiana spent the timeout. They'll have it out of bounds. Inbound pass coming from McConnell. He'll get it to Nembhard. Back to McConnell. Still an eternity of time for either side to continue to make a run. Indiana's got it. Largest deficit they've seen in this series right now. Siakam contested, but he kisses it in over Sims anyway. Boy, he's just been so special for them. So consistent since he's arrived from Toronto as part of that blockbuster trade. Here's Kevin Porter Jr. into the front court, across the midcourt logo. He's directing traffic. Sends it left of the lane to Portis. Portis defended by Siakam. Siakam knocks it away from him, but Portis regathers. 5 to shoot. Still working on Siakam. He fades, he fires, and Bobby answers right back. Fading and firing. Portis good from 16 feet away. Answers Siakam with one of his own. Here's an open 3 from Shepherd. Shepherd has it rim in and out. Rebound pulled in by Sims. Bucks with the 11-point lead of the basketball. Game clock and shot clock now separated by 10 seconds. A.J. Green bounce pass to Portis. He's right of the lane. Defended by Siakam. Goes back to work on Siakam. Turns around, fades, fires, free throw line jumper, front iron, wouldn't go. Rebounded by McConnell. Indiana now with a chance to play for the final shot of the third quarter. Pacers have led by as many as 12 points in this quarter, but they trail by 11 now. Here's McConnell whipping it out. Gives it to Shepherd. Shepherd tees up a 3. It hits the front iron and would not go. How about a 39-18 advantage for the Bucks in quarter number 3 that saw them shoot 62% from the field, with the Pacers in 33%. The Bucks out in front as we go to the fourth. 11-point lead here at Fiserv Forum.
Flynn in the middle of the floor. His game has really stepped up in the second half.
Since he got the BMO Bucks debit MasterCard, he's been carrying this Bucks team. And I mean that literally. He's at the grocery store, but the team's in his wallet.
Here's a tap, and he's bought some asparagus. What a play!
Carry your team with you when you use the BMO Bucks Debit MasterCard. Plus, enjoy up to 20% off Bucks merchandise at the Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum. Visit BMO.com/fancard for more details. Banking products are subject to approval and are provided in the U.S. by BMO Bank and a member FDIC.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes, allergies,
Cancer. Nothing will keep the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network from pushing Wisconsin ahead. We're constantly raising the bar for medical excellence and providing more ways to receive it, so you have it for all your health needs, big and small. Let's push ahead, and we'll make life here as great as it can be. Visit Freighter.com to find out how.
Well, the Bucks have turned what was a 10-point halftime deficit into an 11-point lead going into the fourth quarter. We welcome you back once again here to Fiserv Forum, where the Bucks lead at 86-75. You're in Game 3 of these NBA playoffs, first-round action on the BMO Bucks Radio Network. Let's pause 10 seconds to allow for station ID on these stations across the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
NBA Radio on Sirius XM is available on your connected devices. Listen at home anytime you want with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, or however you stream in the house.
Well, the Bucks try to ensure success in this fourth quarter, presented by Network Health. They've been providing quality health plans and serving our communities. If you're looking for an individual coverage, Medicare Advantage, or coverage for your employees, they've got a plan for you. Don't wait. Visit networkhealth.com today. And Justin, sometimes as the Bucks look to ensure success, it becomes pretty simple. Every once in a while, look pretty smart. We said, they got to start hitting some threes. Well, little did we know, we were exactly right.
Just hit shots, period. And I feel pretty good about what the Bucks are doing here. But that defense was tremendous in the third quarter, too.
Yes, it was. It limited the Pacers again to just 18 points. The highest scoring quarter for the Bucks, 39 as well. You put that together, it's a pretty formidable pairing, but we still got a long 12 minutes to go as Indiana starts with the ball, and the Bucks start with a foul. Kevin Porter Jr. commits the foul, and for KPJ, that'll be his second. Indiana comes with a combination of McConnell, Nembhard, Siakam, who gets alone from three and punishes the Bucks again. Boy, he's been alone. He's been a problem, as evidenced by Game 2. His go-ahead three late in that one essentially got his team to the finish line. Hits that three, and it's back to an 8-point game. Here comes Milwaukee the other direction. Green passed up on a three, gives to Lillard. Lillard sidesteps his man. Late contest, but Dame knocks it down anyway. That is a big bucket for Damian Lillard, who had made just 1 of 10 prior to that. Michelob Ultra 3 answers, and the Bucks back ahead by 11. Here's McConnell the other way. He puts up a free throw line shot. Couldn't hit. Rebound reeled in by Sims. Bucks come with Sims, Lillard, Porter, Portis, and A.J. Green to start things in the fourth. A.J. Green once in on the fun. He drills for three. Corner three falls, and the Fiserv Forum has erupted here in the fourth quarter. 92-78, Bucks with a lead of 14, and A.J. Green, not necessarily known as a demonstrative player, clapping violently on the other side as he got called for the foul. He is fired up, and he should be. AJ's got 6 points off the bench. Portis with 10 points off the bench. But other than that, it has been the Gary Trent, Giannis Antetokounmpo show tonight. Here comes Siakam. Working on Sims. Sims doing a good job buckling down. Forces Siakam to pass it away out top to Nembhard. Nembhard crosses over. There's Sims on him again. Oh, what a job staying with everybody. Passes out. Siakam with a second to spare. Missed the three. Offensive rebound on a long carom out to Thomas Bryant. He'll give to Nembhard. Another chance for the Pacers. Jericho Sims out on Shepherd now. He's had a whale of a possession defensively. Nembhard lobs it to Siakam. Fades on the left baseline and hits. Oh, that is tough because the Bucks played that defensive set. Namely, Jericho Sims played it exceptionally well. Dame's going the other direction. 92-80. Bucks ahead by a dozen. Dame finds Green in the corner, and he buries another three. Milwaukee has hit 8 of their last 11 from three. Siakam the other way. He tries to answer, and he will. Pascal Siakam continues to come up with the answers. Back to a 12-point game. Here's Porter driving. He passes out to Green. Green thought about the three. He had McConnell all over him, though. Passes to Porter instead. Kevin Porter Jr. right of the lane working on Shepherd. Spins inside. Now funnels it to the corner. On the near side, Porter's driving laterally now with 6 to shoot. He's backing his way in. Had the ball poked free. Siakam dug in well on defense that time. Now it's the Pacers going the other way. 9:30 to play in the fourth. Bucks 95, Pacers 83, and a timeout. No, a foul going against the Bucks. So the Bucks started 4 of 23. Oh, it's an offensive foul. Beg your pardon. So that one is going against the Pacers, and it goes against Thomas Bryant specifically.
Yeah, he and Bobby Portis were locked up, and you could see Bobby not taking the bait and even looking to the official saying, isn't this a foul?
Yep. Started to say the Bucks started this game 4 of 23 from 3, but they've hit 8 of their last 11 from distance. Here's Porter inside. He floats up a teardrop. I couldn't get it to go. KPJ, tough shooting game. He's had a tough game, just 0 of 3 now. Here's McConnell down low. He got around. Dame blocks his second shot of the night, though. Recovered and blocked the shot from McConnell. Now Lillard, tough angle, three-pointer in the corner, wouldn't go. Oh, Sims almost had the rebound. Karam goes to Portis. He has it knocked free. Siakam with it going the other way. He feeds to McConnell. Pacers into the front court. Inside of 9 to go here in the fourth. 95-83 lead for the Bucks. Siakam right of the lane, defended by Green. Posting up on him. Green all over him. Passes out to Shepard. Shepard on the left baseline gets a clean look and sinks it. So Ben Shepard, who did not play either of the first 2 games, missed the last 5 games of the regular season, has come off the bench and given his team 5 points here tonight. Timeout Bucks, 8:37 to play in the fourth quarter. It's the Bucks by 10. Here we go from downtown Milwaukee on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
I do it for the
Finding the right seat for a Milwaukee Bucks game is easy with our Seat for You guide. Whether you're on a budget, need flexibility with your schedule, or want to bring the whole crew, we've got options to fit your needs. The best part? You just have to answer a few quick questions at bucks.com/seat4you. No matter what you're looking for, there's a seat with your name on it. Find the ticket option that works best for you at bucks.com/seat4you.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Take in all the Milwaukee Bucks action with a ticket plan that works for you, your schedule, your budget, and your interests. Visit bucks.com/seat4you to find your ideal plan.
Bucks have taken a 10-point lead as we welcome you back once again to Fiserv Forum. Dave Kane alongside Justin Garcia with you, our on-site engineer Ryan Elliott on stats. We've got the one and only Tom Hecker, Tim Shea back in the WTMJ studios. Glad to have you with us tonight. Bucks trying to get a win here in this best-of-7 series and set the table for Sunday night. They do not want to be down 3-0. The Pacers have not had a 3-0 lead in a series since 2004, and the NBA has never had a team come back to win when trailing 3-0, 157-0. For teams that have led by 3 games in a best-of-7 series. Suffice it to say the Bucks do not want to flirt with that reality, and they have put themselves in position, Justin. It was getting late early here, about midway through this one. Bucks were down by 12. They have stormed back into it, and here we sit.
Yeah, the offense started to converge, and the Bucks knocking down some shots from the outside, namely Gary Trent Jr., but the story has really been the defense and physicality that the Bucks have played with throughout the course of this game. Even when the shots weren't falling, that defense kept them in it, and now it's starting to pay off.
And you know what else I think has helped keep them in it? I got to give a tip of the cap to the crowd here. This has been a sensational home crowd here tonight, and they have definitely fueled this team in this run. It's Lillard, Giannis, Green, Portis, and Porter for Milwaukee after the timeout. With a basketball, Giannis takes it inside, powers the shot up, couldn't finish, rebound, trickles off the hand of Obi Toppin, and the Bucks fortunate to hold on to it. They'll get another crack with just 6 on the shot clock. 8:20 on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. Lillard will send it in. Oh, and another break. That one looked like it was going to be tough to handle for Green, but McConnell got a hand on it, so it stays with the Bucks. 5 seconds now on the clock with 1 second ticking away. Green gets it to Giannis. Giannis puts it on the floor. Mid-range jumper on the way. This time too much on it. Rebound picked up by Toppin. Obi Toppin will send it ahead to Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard driving in. Euroing through the lane. Couldn't finish. A little bit of that physicality again making him earn. Haven't seen many of those wide-open driving lanes the Pacers have dealt with at times in this series. Green, off balance, fires from 3. Missed it. Thought he got fouled. It was an air ball, though, and now Indiana's going the other way with it. Nembhard driving in on Porter, gets him into the air, kicks it out to Shepherd. Shepherd will send it now to McConnell. You can see the Pacers are more inclined to kick it out on those drives when they've had some chances to score inside. They have been looking to pass first. Siakam right of the lane. He puts up a contested shot. Green was all over him. Couldn't get it. Rebound tipped out, though. Shot clock did not reset. That forces up a late long 3 from Toppin. He couldn't hit. Porter comes away with a rebound, and the Bucks will go the other way. Continuing to lock in on defense. A.J. Green was the outstanding defender on that set. Giannis drives inside on Siakam, pulls his way around him and lays it in with a reverse layup. Giannis 30 points now to go with his 12 rebounds. Here comes McConnell. He's right of the lane. We'll get back to that trivia question because he has now hit 30 points with 12 rebounds and figures to be over 60% again here in this one, shooting the ball. Setting a little history again. Here's a drive. Toppin couldn't finish underneath. Ball was secured on the rebound by Portis. He'll send it ahead to Giannis. Giannis driving again, spinning into the paint. Passes out. Portis passed up on a 3 as Nembhard was closing. Now back to Green. He'll send it to Portis. Portis with a matchup on Nembhard. Got the size advantage. Try to pass it. It was deflected and is ultimately going to be picked up by Nembhard. So the Pacers come away with it, trailing by a dozen. Toppin sprays the pass to the near side. Shepherd couldn't hit the open 3 this time. Portis with a rebound. Indiana now 10 of 37 from 3, just 27%. The Bucks not a ton better at 12 of 36, but from where they were, it's looking awfully good. Giannis got fouled. Siakam fouled him. That's the first team foul for the Pacers.
Giannis is saying I was taking a shot, too. I should get 3 free throws.
Dame says, don't even bother trying on that one, my friend. So Siakam commits his 3rd foul, and we're going to see some subs come in for the Pacers. Nesmith checks in. Gary Trent comes into a rousing ovation for the Bucks. Turner also just checked in for Indiana as Lillard's got it. He's at the top of the arc, fending off Pacers on every side of him, and they're going to foul him. So he's going to, I think, have a chance at free throws here. By the way, going back to that trivia question I had thrown at you, Justin. Yep. So he said those Giannis, is on pace to be his 4th straight, or his 4th straight 30-point, 12-rebound game on 60% shooting in the playoffs, which is going to be tying his own NBA record as the first free throw is good from Dame. It's the 12th time he's done it in his career. You got Kareem, who has done it 21 times. The other 2 guys, Shaquille O'Neal did it 19 times. And Tim Duncan, 13 times. Second free throw is good. Dame knocks down both. 99-85. This is the 12th for Giannis, if it holds up. Here's a turnover. Trent stepped in front of the pass from Turner, and right now, all of a sudden, we're seeing for the first time the Pacers start to unravel a bit. Trent fires up a 3, and he drills another one. Gary Trent Jr. continues his assault from 3-point range. He's got smoke pouring out of both barrels now. 8 of 11 from three-point range. He's got 34 points. And the Bucks have a 102-85 lead with 5:50 to go in the fourth. Timeout Pacers to chance of Gary. Trent has gone from bench warmer to fire starter here tonight. We're coming back. This is the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
A cancer diagnosis shouldn't have to mean living without joy or optimism. At the Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Cancer Network, we're pushing to put cancer in its place. By bringing together teams of leading specialists who are pioneering ways to treat every type of cancer, and by unleashing promising new clinical trials. Let's push ahead until every cancer diagnosis is a story of survivorship. To learn more about breakthrough cancer care, visit Fredert.com/cancer.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
Elevate your game day gear or any outfit with official merchandise from the Milwaukee Bucks Pro Shop. From authentic jerseys to exclusive apparel and accessories, the Bucks Pro Shop has everything you need to showcase your fandom wherever you go. Cheer the Deer to victory with authentic Milwaukee Bucks items. Visit us at the Bucks Pro Shop at Fiserv Forum or Bayshore Mall, or shop online at shop.bucks.com.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Turnabout it has been for the Bucks tonight. They've got the 17-point lead, 102-85 with 5:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. We're presented by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. How big is the turnaround, Ben? Well, since trailing 59-47, it has been a 29-point turnaround that has vaulted the Bucks to a 102-85 lead, and we were waiting for this outburst. It has arrived none too soon.
It's been on both ends of the floor. That physicality defensively, where they are the more aggressive physical team. We heard Doc asked about it before the game, too, of getting hit first and what that mentality is. That's what the Bucks have done through the course of these 43, 44 minutes so far tonight. Bucks have been the physical team, and now it's starting to pay off on the offensive end.
Game 3 of these NBA playoffs, the Bucks and the Pacers in a 102-85 game with 5:50 to go now in the fourth quarter. Indiana trying to rally the troops. Halliburton will inbound it to Nembhard. Bucks come with some token full court pressure. It's Trent, Green, Portis, Lillard, and Giannis for the Bucks. Nembhard, Turner, along with Halliburton, Jarris Walker, and Aaron Nesmith for the Pacers. Nesmith got it on the right wing. Lillard's crowding him. Tries the ball free. It's still loose. It's going off of Nesmith. It's going to be Bucks ball, and now it's Damian Lillard pumping his fist. He's had a couple plays. Look, he's been targeted on defense, but he's had a couple plays of his own with a couple blocks and steal right there. He was flexing after the fact. Giannis going the other way. Defended by Walker, who has not played until this moment of the game. Giannis drives right by him, lays it in with a foul. The Greek Freak going to work, and the Bucks continuing to swell that lead. It is a 19-point lead with a chance to make it 20 on a 9-0 scoring run. Antetokounmpo trying to keep pace with Gary Trent Jr. He's got 32 points. Trent's got 34, and the chance of MVP. Giannis steps to the line. Gets the ball in his hands. He is 12 of 16 from the floor, 8 of 9 from the line. 12 rebounds and 5 assists. Another stellar stat line. And he gets the free throw to go. He's now 9 of 10 at the line. Add that to the ledger. Indiana the other way. 20-point advantage for the Bucks. Pacers without a score in the last 3 minutes. Nesmith in the corner, defended by Portis. Drives down the baseline. Giannis on the backside. He goes up, misses the baseline jumper. Tapped around. It's going to be batted out by Halliburton, but then stolen away by Lillard. Swoops in front of the passing lane. 3-on-2. Giannis gives it right back. He thought Trent was going to be in the corner. Trent was not there, and he sends it to the front row of seats. But right now, it's amazing. You can see the Pacers, their offense is being impacted by their defense, it seems like. And the Bucks have a lot to do with that, too. They're tightening the vice. Nembhard passes out to Halliburton. Halliburton, long three. Got it. So that gives the Pacers their first points in about 3.5 minutes. Bucks out in front, 105-88. Tony Bradley's getting set to come in. If that gives you any indication of what Rick Carlisle's thinking.
And Johnny Furphy.
Giannis feeds it over to Trent, and Trent has done it again. 9 3-pointers for Gary Trent Jr. Take a bow. Halliburton in the corner. He answers with a 3. So here we go, 108-91. The Bluebirds rain down again. And by the way, if you're wondering, Trent's career high for threes in his career is 9. He's tied that here in the postseason. Giannis, top of the arc. He's also sitting now with 37 points. Giannis crossing over. He pulls up, misses the mid-range jumper. Green fires one up from way downtown, and he rattles it through. They have gone from famine to feast. Raining threes here in the second half. A timeout from the Pacers, and Milwaukee has come back with an emphatic answer in Game 3, in position to put their first win on the board in this best-of-7 series. It's 111-91. So the Milwaukee offense looked like it could do nothing right for 25 minutes of this game. That's about the time that things turned. Started 4 of 23 in the first half from 3. Here in the second half, how about 11 of 16 shooting? And that three-pointer from Gary Trent Jr. has now tied Ray Allen's team record, franchise record for three-pointers in a playoff game. And you wonder if he's going to be able to play out there again. But if he is he done yet?
Yeah, and that was 24 years ago. I believe that was Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals in 2001 against the 76ers. Yeah, Gary Trent Jr. has been phenomenal tonight. Damian Lillard's defense, too. You mentioned the amount of times the Indiana Pacers were targeting him on the mismatch, but 2 blocks. Very handsy and quick hands tonight to create some steals. But this Bucks defense has been much more locked in. We haven't seen those open gaps driving to the lane. They've kept the ball in front of them, and they've stayed on their feet. And a lot of times we're seeing Indiana get into the paint, leave their feet, and not have anywhere to throw the ball.
So the Bucks getting it done on both ends. Perhaps this is the spark that ignites the flame for this team. It has been looking to find this kind of form, and Indiana may have just woken the sleeping tiger. We'll see. Sunday will be very telling. Here's another turnover. Bryant turns it over. His poke three. Bucks come away with it. Giannis going downhill, glides it and lays it in with a right-hand finger roll. Antetokounmpo now sitting with 35 points. Pacers go the other way. 113-91. 3:06 to go. Indiana with it. They send it out. Thomas Bryant fires up a 3 and gets a friendly roll over the front iron and good. So Bucks had been on a 20-6 run prior to that make, as Giannis has it on the other end. He's at the top of the arc. Defended on the outside. He's going to pull up just inside the arc and sticks another jumper. Giannis is starting to feel it, man. I'll tell you what, he had Tony Bradley on him. He said, I can hit this thing. Connects from 19 feet out, and the Bucks lead again by 21. Toppin drives inside. He got fouled as he was trying to put up a shot. Indiana lineup, by the way, now consists of Furphy out there along with Toppin and Tony Bradley, along with Thomas Bryant. And Giannis looks like he's headed to the bench for the final time here tonight. He'll take a seat. Dame checks out as well. Bobby Portis going to take a seat. And it is a line change coming for Milwaukee in a matter of moments. And wait till you hear the ovation for Gary Trent when he checks out. First free throw misses from Toppin. And here comes 5 new faces, and Trent takes a seat, and so does A.J. Green. And let's hear what he says when Gary Trent's announced. A warranted ovation for Gary Trent Jr., tying a franchise playoff record with 9 3-pointers and his playoff career high 37 points. He and Giannis both with 37 tonight. They have been carrying the torch all night long for the Bucks on offense. Porter's going to pull up just inside the arc. His shot misses. Rebound picked up by Bryant. Sends an outlet feed ahead to Toppin. Toppin from the free throw line cashes in. 115-97. Rollins the other way. Sends it ahead to Kuzma. Kuzma backs it out to Porter. Porter around the Bucks logo at midcourt, being crowded by Furphy. Kevin Porter Jr. on that left wing, rifles it to Rollins. Rollins attacks. He sends out to Porter. Porter pulls up, 3-pointer from straight on. Back iron strong, rebounded by Toppin. 90 seconds to go now in this one. 115-97. Bucks out in front of the Pacers. Toppin drives in. He gets past the defense of Sims. And I want to mention Sims, too, because he has been very consistent with his personality. Quietly effective tonight.
He has shown a switching ability on the perimeter, stayed in front of his guys, and he has been a monster on the boards.
Rollins launches. Can't hit the 3 from the near wing. It is remarkable that the Bucks are over 36% three-point shooting given where they were. 4 of 23 in the first half. Toppin sends a missile too hot to handle for Furphy on the far side. It's Bucks ball.
Well, you take Gary Trent Jr. out of the mix, and they're around 20%.
Yeah, it helps to have a guy that goes 9 of 12 from 3. That is the line for Trent tonight. Here's Porter. He'll hand to Kuzma. Shovels it off, and Sims tucks it down with a two-hand dunk. 117-99. Bucks with 42 seconds to go. They are 42 seconds away from putting Game 4 into a decidedly different situation than what we were concerned with at halftime when the Bucks were down by 10. Pull-up jumper from Jarris Walker, back iron strong, rebounded by Bradley. He sends it out. 3-pointer wouldn't go on the try from Toppin, but Bradley another rebound. Now it's Walker, contested shot, and he gets that to fall with 15.9 seconds to go. And now with the shot clock turned off, Milwaukee will dribble this across the midcourt stripe, and listen to the ovation from these home fans at Fiserv Forum. Great crowd tonight. They urged this team on, and what an answer for the Bucks. Trailing by 10 at halftime, an explosion of offense combined with defense in the second half, and the Bucks have got their first win of the series on the board. 117-101. They take down the Indiana Pacers, and it's a whole new ball game here in the first round of the playoffs. A little Midwest mayhem here in downtown Milwaukee. 37 points for Giannis and Gary Trent Jr. each. Giannis able to continue what has been an incredible surge from him, tying his own NBA record with a third straight 30-point, 12-rebound game on 60% shooting in the playoffs. And for the Bucks, they have taken care of business. It looks like we are about to be joined by A.J. Green as the Dairy Bird puts the headset on. All right, AJ. Hey, man, I'll tell you what, things can change in a hurry, as you know, in this league, particularly when the home court's behind you. This crowd was amazing, and so were you guys in that second half. How much was the blood pumping through the veins? You're not a real demonstrative guy. I saw you clapping pretty hard there at one point riding this rush.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to when you're playing in an environment like this, in front of such a great crowd, great support that we've had all year. So we just want to play with passion and play to win, and we did that tonight.
AJ, what about your teammate Gary Trent Jr. putting the starting lineup and knocking down 9 threes tonight as a team? You guys just fed off him, and you continued to create those open looks all game.
Yeah, we knew we were getting a lot of good open looks, and GT can shoot it with the best of them. So he did his job tonight. He knocked him down. We're going to keep finding him, keep creating those shots, those advantages for him and everybody else the rest of the series.
All right, AJ. Well, hey, hope you guys can turn this into some momentum moving forward, my man. Congratulations. Enjoy this. Let's do it again on Sunday.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
All right, AJ Green and the Bucks, a winner tonight, 117-101. We'll step aside, come back. We got a lot to talk about as the Bucks come from behind to win another double-digit deficit, overcome the 17th of the season for the Bucks, as they have put this series 2-1, heading into another home game on Sunday night. We'll step aside. Back with more in a moment. This is the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
From the opening tip to the final buzzer, a Milwaukee Bucks full season membership puts you in the heart of the action for every unforgettable moment. The crowd's roar, the buzzer beater that you'll never forget, the unparalleled thrill of watching your Milwaukee Bucks live. This is more than a game. It's an experience. Get your Bucks full season membership and be a part of every game and every emotion. You'll be on your feet from start to finish. Get in on the action at bucks.com/full.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Experience every dunk, every buzzer beater, and every play that makes you jump out of your seat. Get a Bucks full season membership and see it all. Learn more at bucks.com/full.
117-101. The Bucks take down the Indiana Pacers to put themselves into a spot where they can even this series up on Sunday night in this same building here at Fiserv Forum. Boy, these series can turn in a hurry, and it certainly did tonight, as the Bucks come from 12 points down in the third quarter to win this one, going away in the end. Reminder, this copyright broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA. It is presented by BMO. They are the official bank of the Bucks. Let's go Bucks. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. By Potawatomi Casino Hotel, and by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. So the Bucks are into the winner's circle for the first time in these playoffs, beating the Pacers tonight. We will break it down when we come back. Post-game, straight ahead here on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Bill Sim, the Sentinel. It seemed like you were carrying the whole team tonight. What's different?
Better diet. Plus, I upgraded to a BMO Bucks debit MasterCard, so yeah, I am carrying the team, literally. Last question.
What perks does the card have?
Up to 20% off Bucks merchandise at the Pro Shop and Fiserv Forum. Speaking of, I'm going to go flash my card at some Bucks fans and make them super jealous.
Carry your team with you when you use the BMO Bucks debit MasterCard. Visit BMO.com/fancard for more details. Banking products are subject to approval and are provided in the United States by BMO Bank and a member FDIC.
Memories made at a Milwaukee Bucks game last a lifetime. And this season, you can experience the unbelievable action your way. With a partial season ticket plan, you get to choose the games that work for your schedule, your budget, and your crew. Feel the intensity of the NBA's biggest matchups, the thrill of buzzer beaters, and the energy that brings the crowd to its feet. Be part of the moments that make Bucks basketball special. Find the plan that works for you at bucks.com/partial.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee.
Forum, the Bucks pick up the win and make this a 2-1 series with a big one looming Sunday night, a chance to even things up heading back to Indiana for game number 5 as we're rejoined by Dave Kane for some final thoughts on this one. And Dave, I mean, there's no place else to start other than the Gary Trent Jr. game and what he brought to the Bucks. As you mentioned, ties the record held by Ray Allen for most made three-pointers in a playoff game with 9. And just the biggest shots all throughout the course of the night. He was the change to the starting lineup, and to say it paid off is putting it mildly.
Yeah, that's the understatement of the century. Gary Trent Jr. and Giannis Antetokounmpo become, Giannis had been there before, but they are 2 of 6 Bucks players that have scored 37 points or more in a playoff game. And you saw Gary Trent Jr. become the 6th tonight. Giannis has earned that distinction on more than a few occasions, but again, as great as Trent was, Giannis just continues to be otherworldly. 37 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, just 14 of 19 from the field and 9 of 10 from the line. He was sensational, and again, you mentioned Trent. But, for this Bucks team, though, it was a team effort on defense, too. A.J. Green, who we just talked to, ended up hitting 4 threes. He had 12 points off the bench for the Bucks, and he had some big defensive stands. And I think you're going to hear Doc Rivers potentially talk most about that when this game is over. I'll be interested to hear, but I think the defense was the biggest change, although the three-pointers were especially nice, especially given where the Bucks started this game.
Well, yeah, but that was the biggest thing to me was they contained the ball, and they kept the Pacers out of the lane. The few times we saw Indiana getting into the paint, there's a couple that we talked about. It seemed like the Bucks were baiting them into taking that and staying home on their guys, and that led to turnovers. But the defense was the biggest thing for me, because I think this is also the encouraging thing for the Bucks. You had another worldly game from Gary Trent Jr., but you won this game where you didn't have any shooting for all intents and purposes. You go 15 of 41 on threes. Gary Trent Jr. and A.J. Green combined to go 13 of 20. So you go 2 of 21 outside those two guys.
And I'm going to go even a step further. You won this in spite of Damian Lillard going 2 of 12 and 1 of 8 from 3. I cannot envision a world where that continues for long.
Yeah, 7 points.
If Dame can get going, what does that mean? And that is the question we keep asking for this Bucks team. This team's ceiling, I've said it all year, is tied to Damian Lillard. Where is Damian Lillard going to be? Will we get the top 75 Damian Lillard or not? And if you do, you got a shot still. Through all of the stuff that we've heard about this Bucks team, the slow start in this series, all the trouble a year ago, you got a shot.
Yeah.
But you got to find that guy, because unless if Gary Trent Jr. has just taken the baton and is now a top 75 player regularly, bottom line, sometimes through adversity, you can find some positives. Rick Carlisle has been quick to point that out about his team after their 10-15 start. He thought it's made them 10 times better a team because of that. Maybe the Bucks can some of the same. I mean, look, Bucks started 2-8. They've been through their own rough starts.
Yeah, we heard the same from Doc earlier in this season with the 2-8 start, defiantly as it was proven true. We're going to make the playoffs. I'm not concerned about that. And talking about keeping the team together through all of that.
And he said it, too, coming into this game tonight. He was defiantly optimistic about where his team sat going into the playoffs here, into this down 2-0. He said, I'm really still very confident in this team and our chances.
Stressed it twice. And I think that's the other thing here is you didn't have a great shooting night outside of those two guys. Your defense looked much improved, and that's the type of thing that travels. And the other thing that gives you more and more confidence is you've continued to see the groupings that work against the Indiana Pacers and leaning into that. That was the biggest difference tonight. When you look at the plus-minus on the stat sheet, it doesn't always tell the story of the game. I think it matches what we saw with the eye test. When you look at the players by those numbers that were the most effective for the Bucks, that was your best grouping on the floor throughout the course of this game.
It was. And, so again, this is the beauty of playoff basketball. It becomes a little bit of a chess match. Where do you go from here? Where do both coaches go from here? Rick Carlisle and Doc Rivers, by the end of this series, will have tied the most games, at least, of any two head coaches that have coached against one another in the history of this league in the playoffs. They will have 31 matchups, assuming this series only goes 5 games. If it goes beyond that, they will have coached against each other more than any two coaches in the history of the NBA in the playoffs, which is pretty remarkable. But it's going to continue here, so we'll watch these guys continue to match wits.
Well, before the game, I told you it feels like there's going to be a close game and there's going to be a blowout, and you just hope you're on the right side of both. 1 down, 1 to go now on Sunday night for game number 4, a big one. A chance to win that game and make this a best-of-3 series going back to Indiana. So a late one Sunday night. Dave, enjoy the next day and a half or so, and we'll talk to you Sunday night for some late-night playoff basketball.
Yeah, let's get right back to it, man. This was a fun one. Hope Sunday night can repeat the feat as we buckle up.
Dave came with the call tonight as the Bucks take down the Indiana Pacers. A remarkable second half tonight. Down 10 at halftime, and the Bucks go on to win this one 117-101, a game they led by as many as 22 in the second half. And can't state it enough, Gary Trent Jr. put in the starting lineup tonight, scores 37 points, and ties the Bucks franchise record for most threes in a playoff game, matching Ray Allen's performance in the 2001 Eastern Conference Finals. 9 made threes tonight from Gary Trent Jr. He scores 37, so does Giannis. And then 10 points from Bobby Portis and 12 from A.J. Green off the bench. And the Bucks in the win column in this series, and a chance to make this a series Sunday night and even this up at 2 games apiece. That is an 8:30 tip Sunday evening. 8 o'clock is when we get started with the pregame broadcast. We'll hear the thoughts from Doc Rivers coming up momentarily here. And as Dave mentioned, I would assume we're going to hear quite a bit about the defense that Doc Rivers saw from his team tonight, as that was the arguably best parts of this game. A much more connected defense the Bucks put out there, staying in front of their guys and shutting down the ball, doing their job on the perimeter, containing the ball. It paid off many ways here tonight for the Bucks as they forced 14 Pacers turnovers. It's an Indiana team that is among the best in the league at protecting the ball, especially Tyrese Halliburton. But the Bucks pried 14 turnovers out of the Pacers and scored 22 points off of those. The Bucks win the turnover battle tonight. They did turn it over 13 times, but only 13 points came from those turnovers. So they outscore Indiana by 9 in points off of turnovers. They outscore Indiana by 6 in the paint, and they outscore Indiana by 6 on threes. The Bucks go 15 of 41, Indiana 13 of 41. So Milwaukee shoots 37% from 3 in this game. The Pacers shoot 32% from 3. But again, you take A.J. Green and Gary Trent Jr. out of the mix, and it looks a little different, as every other Buck that attempted a 3 in this game combined to go 2 of 21 in this game from the outside. So 10% shooting from three for non-Gary Trent Jr. and A.J. Green players tonight on the Bucks. But a spirited defensive effort tonight makes this one interesting and has a chance now. The Bucks have a chance now to even up this best-of-7 series at 2 games apiece Sunday night here inside of Fiserv Forum before the game, and series for that matter, will shift back to Indiana Tuesday night now for game number 5. The hope is to get that win on Sunday, make this a best-of-3 series, and then game 6 will be in Milwaukee 1 week from today. And if it does require so, we will have a game 7 on Sunday, May 4th. That, of course, would be in Indianapolis. But 37 from Giannis, 37 from Gary Trent Jr. The rest of the starters scored 16 points. Damian Lillard, as you heard Dave mention, 2 of 12 shooting, just 1 of 8 on his threes. But he was a plus 16, and a big piece of that for Dame was the defense. 2 blocked shots tonight from Damian Lillard. 2 steals as well. He was incredibly active with some quick hands all night long. And again, that was a big piece of the 14 turnovers the Bucks caused in this game. So Damian Lillard still found ways to be impactful despite just 7 points offensively and 2 of 12 shooting. But that's the other thing you would assume is going to start to uptick here and change for the Bucks. You're able to win this game without a great shooting performance, save from Gary Trent Jr. and A.J. Green's performance, but 2 of 21 from the rest of the crew, 7 points from Damian Lillard, and you still win this game thanks in large part not only to the 74 combined points from Giannis and Gary Trent Jr., but from your defense, which was tremendous essentially all night long. And an impressive win tonight for the Bucks to take down the Indiana Pacers in a game you didn't know where this was headed. Again, this was a 10-point deficit at halftime after a very sluggish second quarter for the Bucks in this one. But they regrouped and rebounded, literally and figuratively, outscored 31-21 in the second quarter, and that helped Indiana take a 57-47 lead into halftime. You could feel the anxiousness in this building, but the Bucks would answer in that third quarter, hanging 39 on Indiana and holding the Pacers to just 18 points. They'd outscore the Pacers 31-26 in the fourth quarter as well. And a solid win tonight from the Bucks, who get into the win column in this best-of-7 series. The Bucks won the game. They did not, however, win tonight's opening tip-off, and that was another part we looked at. Fast starts, limiting the fast starts of the Indiana Pacers. You matched the Pacers throughout most of this opening quarter tonight. Didn't get off to a fast start per se, but you limited Indiana from doing that. The Bucks as a team dished out 28 assists on those 42 made field goals. And they were led in assists tonight by the duo of Kevin Porter Jr. and Giannis, as they each had 6. We'll finish that thought in a moment. Here's Doc Rivers.
Obviously, I don't think you can imagine a 37-point night for Gary Trent getting the start. But just what did you like about him and inserting him into the starting lineup?
Well, it's what we said. We wanted somebody aggressive to attack Halliburton, back, and I thought he did that. I thought that was great for us. And I like his defense on the ball. So there were 2 reasons. The offensive part, because he's really aggressive, and the defensive part because of his hands and just how aggressive he is there. He picked the ball up. I thought it was the first time in the series that we applied pressure to the ball, and I thought that made a big difference.
You guys are you're down 10 going into halftime, turnover, and they go the other way for the first bucket of the third quarter. Just what do you feel like the team figured out?
Honestly, I just thought we lost our way of play in the second quarter. We started trying to will the game. We stopped moving the ball. I showed highlights at halftime. I think there were 4 or 5 of them where there was a next pass every single time we shot the ball. And they all saw it, and they all said it, everybody. And once the ball started moving, it's hard to guard us. And that's been our theme all year. We just keep going away from it at times.
I think it's 18 points for them in the third quarter. What did you see from your defense there?
Just physicality. We got up, got our hands on them, pressure, got deflections. we use the example, and I'm not going to say the quarterback's name because I would never do that, but whoever is the worst quarterback in the NFL, if you didn't have a rush and just let him sit back there, he's going to pick you apart. Any of them, right? And that was what we were saying. Like, if that happens, that's what's going to happen to us. And in the first 2 games, that was happening. Tonight, I thought we got in their face. We got deflections, and I thought that was good.
Lillard had as many blocked shots as field goals.
Yeah.
Can you live with that exchange? A couple steals as well.
Yeah. No. I was so proud of him, honestly. He's running on gas. He is on fumes, and he's, you could tell he just doesn't have any rhythm. Listen, you guys have all been around this game. You don't just sit for as long as he's sitting and walk into an intense playoff game and have rhythm. You just don't. What I love about him is the fact that he wanted to play anyway. A lot of guys wouldn't play. And he has thrown himself into the fire knowing that he's probably not ready. It just says so much about him, and I think our team loves it. They love what he's doing. They really appreciate it.
What do you think about the minutes that Jericho gave you?
He's been fantastic. He's our Swiss Army knife. When we go to that switching scheme, he's key to it because, we joke when he first came, he told me he can guard anybody, and he may be right, because he's showing that. So he's been fantastic.
For your team, it really felt like your defense was igniting your offense.
Yeah.
And I know they had asked about that before, but what carryover do you think that you can bring to Game 4?
Well, we just got to – they're not going away. I mean, they're going to play the same way, and we got to come back and bring it again. We just can't relent. Like, we won 1 game, I guess you can make a case after 3 games. This is the closest the series could possibly be. You guys know your math. You can figure that one out all on your own, So nothing's happened yet, and we got to do it again.
Doc, I know you were asked about Gary before, but just kind of even as a coach, was it like for you just to see a guy go 9 for 12 where, put him in the starting lineup, he provides such a spark?
Yeah, it's great, I mean, you don't know what he's going to bring you. You know he's going to be aggressive. You know he's going to be a hell of a defensive night. But one thing about Gary, when he gets us going, there's players who turn themselves off. Gary's not going to do that. When Gary gets it going, he's going to go for it. And we love that in him. He's a tough kid.
And then obviously his 37 was so special that it kind of overshadows a Giannis 37.
Yeah, I don't know if that's possible, but you may be right. Tonight, it probably did. That's the other guy. Giannis came out in the second half. He still scored, but the playmaking that he did, I thought set the tone. And then Dame started going downhill and making plays too. You got AJ Green and GT out on the floor, and Bobby, Brooke, the shooting. When you go downhill and make plays, we can make a lot of shots.
I was just going to ask about AJ setting that screen for Giannis, and it felt like that's kind of what opened everything up for you guys.
Yeah, we worked on it a lot. Still got some work to do because there's things that I think we have not taken advantage of there. But Pat Connaughton is Coach Pat. But Pat's been great in years past with it, and he works with him and GT, and it's been great to see.
Does it feel like when you guys get downhill and are throwing that cross-court pass on the helper, when the tag man is over there and you're seeing it, that's the key?
We've shown it on film, but you got to get to the paint. They're really good. They're a good defensive team individually, but once you get to the paint, things open up. You don't get to the paint, then you're shooting over hands.
Extended minutes for AJ, KPJ, Jericho versus last game. How much of a difference maker is it to have some of these young guys who you can trust in big moments like this?
It's great. They've earned it. They've all earned it. I guess Jericho really hasn't. He ain't played that many games. But he's a grown man. And I think you see that when his rebounds in traffic are just they're awe-inspiring, some of them. I mean, they're amazing. You don't see that much in our league with that type of rebounding. And so it's really cool to watch.
I think that's an 8.5-minute break for Giannis in the first half. What was kind of the thought process there?
Exactly that, Mike. The score hadn't gotten away from us. We talked about it this morning. like if we can get him a big rest at some point in the game, then he can finish the game for us. You know, I thought we used one timeout just for rest. And I think with the extended minutes that we're giving these guys, that's what we're going to have to do. Thanks, guys.
Doc Rivers, after his Bucks team victorious tonight, 117-101, taking down the Pacers and getting in the win column in this best-of-7 series. We'll get to the rest of the numbers on the post-game show after this on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
If you're concerned about heart health, remember that you are not powerless. At the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, we're pushing to outsmart heart and vascular disease by helping to assess your risks and guide you to heart strength, by providing breakthrough research and renowned expertise for treating common conditions and the most serious. Let's stay out in front of heart and vascular disease and embrace every day life has to offer. Learn more at Froedtert.com/heart. Heart disease won't stop us. Diabetes, allergies, cancer. Nothing will keep the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network from pushing Wisconsin ahead. We're constantly raising the bar for medical excellence and providing more ways to receive it, so you have it for all your health needs, big and small. Let's push ahead, and we'll make life here as great as it can be. Visit Froedtert.com to find out how.
This is Bucks OT.
Takes it into the paint, attacks the rack, sends it down with a grown man dunk. Oh, the Greek freak, he's eating now.
A final look at the game and a preview of the next matchup on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
(117-101), the final score tonight. The Bucks take down the Indiana Pacers behind some strong defense, but a big night from Giannis with 37 points, and a big night from Gary Trent Jr., who also scored 37 points tonight and matched Ray Allen's franchise record for most made three-pointers in a playoff game with 9. The Bucks, as a team in this one, hit 15 threes, going 15 of 41. The numbers say the Bucks shot 37% from three in this game, but the reality is Gary Trent Jr. shot 75% from three in this game. They go 15 of 41. Gary Trent Jr. goes 9 of 12. And taking it a step further, A.J. Green went 4 of 8. So he and Gary Trent go a combined 13 for 20 in this game, a game that saw the Bucks go 15 of 41. So take that duo out of the mix, and the Bucks shot 10% on their threes in this game. As we mentioned, Bucks led in assists tonight by the duo of Giannis and Kevin Porter Jr., as they each dished out 6 of them. That includes our assist of the game, brought to you by the Froedtert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. 117-101, final score. It's a 2-1 series now with a big one Sunday night. The Bucks will now have a chance to tie this series at 2 games apiece. We'll get you set for that one. Also, take a look at tonight's NBA scoreboard as we continue things on the postgame show after this on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
Your team, your favorite players, and another chance to chase history. Experience the next level energy at Fiserv Forum as the Milwaukee Bucks make their 9th consecutive postseason appearance. Don't miss a second of the most exciting matchups, epic buzzer beaters, and high-stakes postseason moments. Secure your seats for the Bucks playoffs, presented by BMO. Get in on the action at bucks.com/playoffs. That's bucks.com/playoffs.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Bucks OT continues.
Lillard drives inside, scoops to the hoop, lays it in with 3.9 seconds to go.
On the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
117-101, final score. Bucks take down the Indiana Pacers tonight in the game that will forever be remembered as the Gary Trent Jr. game. 37 points and 9 made three-pointers, matching Ray Allen for the most made in a playoff game in Bucks franchise history. Time now for the play of the game, brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Our play of the game comes to us from the aforementioned Gary Trent Jr.
Giannis feeds it over to Trent, and Trent has done it again. 9 3-pointers for Gary Trent Jr. Take a bow.
The franchise-tying 9th playoff three-pointer from Gary Trent Jr., our play of the game, brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Find your win at the Midwest premier gaming, entertainment, and hotel destination at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. As for the Indiana Pacers, they were led in scoring by Pascal Siakam, who had 28 points on 12 of 19 shooting. He continues to be very efficient throughout the course of this series, 3 of 4 on his threes. Both he and Aaron Nesmith very efficient from the outside. Nesmith goes 4 of 8 and sets a new high with 18 points in the playoffs. 4 of 8 on threes, 7 of 13 from the floor. Even Tyrese Halliburton, much more effective, especially in the second half in terms of his shooting efficiencies. 5 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 9 on threes for Halliburton. Miles Turner, meanwhile, the opposite, 0 of 6 on his three-point attempts, 1 of 9 from the floor. Turner and Andrew Nembhard combined for just 12 points. Nembhard hit some big shots in game number 2, and that was a big difference in this one as well, is the Bucks sealing off those driving lanes and staying home, not over-helping, and it limited the amount of open looks the Pacers were getting all throughout the game. I think that's what you saw in terms of the efficiency numbers from Andrew Nembhard and Miles Turner. Obi Toppin led the bench production with 10 points. Benedict Mathurin had 9 points off the bench, as that Pacers second unit did outscore the Bucks 29-27. But for the Bucks, the bench story, A.J. Green and Bobby Portis, 4 of 8 on threes for A.J., 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. BP with 10 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the Bucks nearly set even up this series. We hope that's what happens on Sunday. Get in the win column and a chance to even things up Sunday evening for game number 4, where it'll be the Bucks and the Pacers here inside of Fiserv Forum. We will take a look at tonight's NBA scoreboard and get you set for Sunday evening after this on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Just like the Milwaukee Bucks, Coakley Brothers has developed into a world-class national player. We perform office work for clients in the U.S. and Canada who need help in managing their national locations. We project manage and execute dozens of jobs at once, communicating progress in real time through photos and digital dashboards. I'm Peggy Coakley. You know us for excellence in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now you can count on us anywhere in the Americas to handle your time-sensitive projects.
Finding the right seat for a Milwaukee Bucks game is easy with our Seat for You guide. Whether you're on a budget, need flexibility with your schedule, or want to bring the whole crew, we've got options to fit your needs. The best part? You just have to answer a few quick questions at bucks.com/seat for you. No matter what you're looking for, there's a seat with your name on it. Find the ticket option that works best for you at bucks.com/seat for you.
Bucks fans, the hunt for a championship is on, and the Fan Fuel program from Pick and Save and Metro Market is back. Score big throughout the playoffs with 100 bonus fuel points on participating products. Visit bucks.com/fanfuel for items and earning details. Then redeem fuel points at participating BP and Amoco stations to keep your tank and your team spirit full. Shop in-store, pickup, or schedule delivery for every playoff game at Pick and Save and Metro Market. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks.
Get ready to gear the deer. Sky High Marketing, the official branded merchandise partner of the Milwaukee Bucks, has been elevating brands with award-winning service and innovative merchandise solutions. Sky High is redefining the future of branded merchandise and promotional products. From creative product design to online company stores, Sky High delivers championship-level expertise that sets your brand apart. Visit skyhighmarketing.com to learn more. The Milwaukee Bucks trust Sky High Marketing. So can you.
Enjoy Milwaukee Bucks basketball your way with partial season ticket plans that let you personalize your experience. Explore all the options at bucks.com/partial.
117-101, the final score inside of Fiserv Forum. Game 3 of this first-round series. The Bucks take down the Pacers, and now a chance to even up the series at 2 games apiece Sunday evening. We'll take a look at tonight's NBA scoreboard and get you set for that game on Sunday night in a moment. Before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Hey, this is Brian Geltzeiler. Wake up early with me in 2007 NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell every Saturday morning from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern as we break down everything NBA on Channel 86.
So the Gary Trent Jr. game, 37 points and 9 made three-pointers, matching the franchise record for most made threes in a playoff game. He and Ray Allen have now done that. Allen, of course, doing it in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2001, and Gary Trent Jr. doing it in a big moment for the Bucks as well. A game they desperately needed to avoid falling behind 3-0 in this best-of-7 series. No team has ever come back from a 3-game deficit in the playoffs, and only 28 teams have won a series when falling behind 2-0 in the NBA playoffs, any best-of-7 format, that is. So more than 90% of the time, we have seen the team that goes up 2-0 win this series. The Bucks, of course, have done that twice in recent memory here, 2 times in that run to the finals. In 2021, when they fell behind 2-0 to the Brooklyn Nets and won that series in 7, they fell behind 2-0 to the Phoenix Suns in the NBA Finals, and would go on to win 4 straight games. And even a few years prior to that, the Bucks go up 2-0 on the Toronto Raptors, and ultimately go on to lose that series, losing 4 consecutive games. So hoping to do the same as we saw in 2021 here, and turn the tables on their opponents. Take a look at tonight's NBA scoreboard, brought to you by Michelob Ultra Superior Light Beer. 3 games on your NBA playoff schedule this evening, and one other game is going final that took place in Orlando, where the Magic also get in the win column in their series. Orlando takes down the Boston Celtics 95-93. So they get big games from Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. Wagner with a big fourth quarter as he scored 32 points total. Banchero with 29. The Celtics did get Jason Tatum back, missed game number 2 with a bone bruise in his right wrist, but still came back to score 36 points tonight. Just 10 of 22 shooting, however. 19 points from Jaylen Brown. No Drew Holiday in this game for the Boston Celtics. And the Magic get in the win column now with a 2-point win, 95-93. Game number 4 in that series is also on Sunday. And the other game tonight is taking place in Minneapolis. They are at halftime. The Lakers leading the Timberwolves 58-54. That series is currently tied at a game apiece. Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle leading the way for the Timberwolves. They've each scored 14, while LeBron James, 22 points and 6 rebounds at the half
for the Los Angeles Lakers. We have 4 games on tomorrow's NBA scoreboard. Game number 3 in that first-round series. All of these are first-round series, but game number 3 in the series between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Miami Heat as that series moves to Miami. That game will tip off at noon Central Time. In Memphis, a 2:30 tip for Game 4 between the Thunder and the Grizzlies. Oklahoma City already up 3-0. This is an elimination game where the Thunder can be the first team to advance to the second round. In San Francisco, Warriors and Rockets play Game 3 of their series. That series tied at a game apiece. Tip time is 7:30. Still no word on the status of Jimmy Butler. And another Game 4. This one tips off at 5. It's the middle game of the day in Inglewood. The Los Angeles Clippers up 2-1 on the Denver Nuggets. They look to make that a decisive 3-1 advantage in that 5-4 series. 117-101, our final score inside of Fiserv Forum. The Bucks take down the Indiana Pacers and now have a chance to pull even in the series Sunday night for game number 4. A reminder for those of you listening in Milwaukee, our extended postgame show gets started as soon as we sign off here on the BMO Bucks Radio Network. We invite you to stick around and join us for that show, Bucks Talk, which you can find on our flagship station, 620 WTMJ, and join us online as well at WTMJ.com. For the rest of you, Sunday night is when we reconvene for game number 4 in this first round series here at Fiserv Forum between the Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Make note of the tip time, 8:30 tip time here inside of Fiserv Forum. 8 o'clock is when our pregame coverage begins on these stations. So for Dave Kane calling tonight's action, our statistician Tom Hecker, our engineer Ryan Elliott, and our team back at the BMO Bucks Radio Network studio, our engineer Tim Shea, and our producer Matt Yazel, I'm Justin Garcia signing off, reminding you we will talk once again Sunday night with more Bucks basketball right back here on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
This BMO Bucks Radio Network broadcast was sponsored by BMO, Sargento Cheese, the Freighter, and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network.
Hands it off to Lillard. Dame takes it into the paint. Lobs up top. Giannis slams it home. Oh, a rim-rocking alley-oop. Dame to Giannis, and the rim's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Uline, Potawatomi Casino Hotel, and Michelob Ultra. You've been listening to Bucks Basketball on the BMO Radio Network.
The National Basketball Association on SiriusXM. For a full list of games and channels, go to SiriusXM.com/NBA schedule.
.180 on Internet 865, Brewers on Internet 856. 8:40 p.m. Colorado Rockies taking the Cincinnati Reds. Rockies on Sirius 139, XM 182 and Internet 849. Reds on Internet 847. 9:40 p.m. Arizona Diamondbacks taking the Atlanta Braves. Diamondbacks on Sirius and XM channels 89, Internet 840. Braves on Internet 842. 9:40 p.m. San Diego Padres taking the Tampa Bay Rays. Padres on Sirius 132, XM 184 and Internet 862. Rays on Internet 866. 9:40 p.m. Seattle Mariners taking the Miami Marlins. Mariners on Sirius 146, XM 183 and Internet 864. Marlins on Internet 855. 10:05 p.m. The A's face the Chicago White Sox with the A's feed on Sirius 85, XM 187 and Internet 841. White Sox on Internet 846. 10:10 p.m. LA Dodgers face the Pittsburgh Pirates. Dodgers on Sirius 108, XM 186 and Internet 854. Pirates on Internet 861. Spanish feed on Sirius 208, XM 175 and Internet 870. 10:15 p.m. San Francisco Giants taking the Texas Rangers. Giants on Sirius 121, XM 185 and Internet 863. Rangers on Internet 867. Spanish feed on Internet 871. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, April the 25th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In Major League Baseball, 2:20 p.m., Chicago Cubs take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Cubs on Sirius 208, XM 175, and Internet 845. Phillies on Internet 860. 6:40 p.m., Detroit Tigers face the Baltimore Orioles. Tigers on Sirius and XM channels 89, Internet 850. Orioles on Internet 843. 6:45 p.m., Washington Nationals face the New York Mets. Nationals on Sirius 209, XM 176, and Internet 869. Mets on Internet 858. 7:05 p.m., New York Yankees face the Toronto Blue Jays. Yankees on Sirius 106, XM 178, and Internet 859. Jays on Internet 868. 7:10 p.m., Cleveland Guardians face the Boston Red Sox. Guardians on Sirius 210, XM 177, and Internet 848. Red Sox on Internet 844. 7:40 p.m., Kansas City Royals take on the Houston Astros. Royals on Sirius 119, XM 179, and Internet 852. Astros on Internet 851. 8:10 p.m., Minnesota Twins face the LA Angels. Twins on Sirius 137, XM 181, and Internet 857. Angels on Internet 853. 8:15 p.m., St. Louis Cardinals face the Milwaukee Brewers. Cardinals on Sirius 138, XM 180, and Internet 865. Brewers on Internet 856.
Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 brings you expert analysis from former players, coaches, and executives, plus reaction to all the latest news on the only 24/7 station dedicated to the National Football League.
For Sirius XM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton. You know, Novak Djokovic has become only the third person to hold all 4 Grand Slam tennis titles at one time. 2 players have completed that feat in a calendar year. Only one has done it twice. His name, Rod Laver. In 1962, he competed as an amateur and became the first player since Don Budge in 1938 to complete the calendar slam. His hardest test came on clay, winning 3 straight 5-setters en route to the French Open title. In all, there were 22 wins for Laver in 1962. Now, until 1968, pros were not allowed to play in Grand Slam tournaments. When that rule was changed, the Open era began. This, of course, meant Laver was banned from the majors for 5 years of his career. But once the doors opened for professionals, he burst onto the Grand Slam scene. He won the first Wimbledon of the Open era in 1968, defeating top-ranked amateur Arthur Ashe in the semifinal in straight sets, then went on to win the final. Laver would win a total of 11 Grand Slams as both a pro and an amateur at this time, despite being banned from Grand Slam play for 5 of his best years. He won 6 doubles Grand Slams, 3 mixed doubles titles, and he also led his Australian team to 5 Davis Cup victories. One of the best, an icon in Rod Laver. For Sirius XM Sports, I'm Ryan Payton.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM sports schedule for Friday, April the 25th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA playoffs, 7 p.m., Orlando Magic take on the Boston Celtics. Magic on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 901. Celtics on Sirius 161, XM 212, and Internet 881. 8 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks face the Indiana Pacers. Bucks on Sirius and XM channels 81, Internet 896. Pacers on Sirius 160, XM 213, and Internet 891. 9:30 p.m., Minnesota Timberwolves face the LA Lakers. Timberwolves on Sirius and XM channels 86, Internet 897. Lakers on Sirius 162, XM 214, and Internet 893. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Washington Capitals. Canadiens on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 934. Capitals on Internet 950. 8 p.m., New Jersey Devils take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Devils on Sirius 211, XM 219, and Internet 936. Hurricanes on Internet 924. 10 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the LA Kings. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 930. Kings on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 932. In the NWSL at 8 p.m., Orlando Pride take on Angel City FC on Sirius XM and Internet channels 157. On the PGA Tour at noon, catch full coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans on Sirius XM and Internet channels 92. In the UFL at 8 p.m., Birmingham Stallions take on the Memphis Showboats on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. In NCAA College Baseball, 6 p.m., Louisville faces Florida State on XM and Internet 371. 8 p.m., Texas takes on Texas A&M on XM and Internet 374. 8:05 p.m., Oregon faces Oregon State on XM and Internet 372. In NCAA College Soccer, Oklahoma faces Texas on XM and Internet 374. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, April the 25th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NBA playoffs, 7 p.m., Orlando Magic take on the Boston Celtics. Magic on Sirius and XM channels 86 Internet 901, Celtics on Sirius 161 XM 212 and Internet 881. 8 p.m., Milwaukee Bucks face the Indiana Pacers. Bucks on Sirius and XM channels 81 Internet 896, Pacers on Sirius 160 XM 213 and Internet 891. 9:30 p.m., Minnesota Timberwolves face the LA Lakers. Timberwolves on Sirius and XM channels 86 Internet 897, Lakers on Sirius 162 XM 214 and Internet 893. In the NHL playoffs, 7 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Washington Capitals. Canadiens on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 934, Capitals on Internet 950. 8 p.m., New Jersey Devils take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Devils on Sirius 211 XM 219 and Internet 936, Hurricanes on Internet 924. 10 p.m., Edmonton Oilers take on the LA Kings. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 167 Internet 930, Kings on Sirius and XM channels 91 Internet 932. In the NWSL at 8 p.m., Orlando Pride take on Angel City FC on Sirius XM and Internet channels 157. On the PGA Tour at noon, catch full coverage of the Zurich Classic of New Orleans on Sirius XM and Internet channels 92. In the UFL at 8 p.m., Birmingham Stallions take on the Memphis Showboats on Sirius XM and Internet channels 83. In NCAA College Baseball, 6 p.m., Louisville faces Florida State on XM and Internet 371. 8 p.m., Texas takes on Texas A&M on XM and Internet 374. 8:05 p.m., Oregon faces Oregon State on XM and Internet 372. In NCAA College Soccer, Oklahoma faces Texas on XM and Internet 374. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Friday, April the 25th.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite Sirius XM programming on demand with the Sirius XM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. May 15th, 1973. July 15th, 1973. September 28th, 1974. June 1st, 1975. September 26th, 1981. June 11th, 1990, and May 1st, 1991. All these dates have one thing in common. Nolan Ryan. Taken by the New York Mets in the 12th round of the 1965 amateur draft, the Texas native made his major league debut a year later and was a member of the 1969 Miracle Mets. But his path to fame came with the California Angels, whom acquired Nolan in time for the 1972 season. He was an all-star that first summer in Anaheim, recording 19 wins. The next season, Ryan earned 21 wins and recorded the first 2 no-hitters of his stellar career, blanking the Royals and then the Tigers. In 1974, Ryan racked up 22 wins, a career high, and also his third no-hitter, this time shutting down the Twins. Both of those years, he finished in the top 3 for the Cy Young Award as